Inspiring and engaging. These are some of the words that define the stories that emerge from The Ladder We Ascend, a book which chronicles the history of the Waldron family from 1899 to 2021. This morning, members of the Waldron family join us on set this morning to discuss the book, The Ladder We Ascend. I want to say good morning and welcome to the Now Morning Show to Zara Cielto Bowron, to Tariq Bowron, and Akel with a strong E, Pastor Akel Bowron. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Why did you guys decide to go into your family history and publish a book about it? What was the inspiration for doing that in the first place?
Well, the catalyst, and I think that's the question, the catalyst for the book. What is the catalyst for the book? Our great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother.
Right.
Actually, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Margaret Waldron.
Right.
She was born in 1899. She was a teacher, a wife, and a mother of 8 children. Mm-hmm. But she had these memoirs of her life story, of her journey from New Grant all the way to Carlo Street in Woodbrook. Mm-hmm. And her desire at her death was for these memoirs to be recorded and published.
Okay.
And this is where our aunt, Miss Cheryl Bowles, stepped in terms of getting the rest of the family on board to put the works together, add to this story, and publish it. And that's how we have this book, The Ladder We Ascend. So we have 2 catalysts. One was initially great granny's desire and her recordings. And then we have the 2 family businesses that tie into the whole story because they were started initially by her children and passed on in the generations thereafter.
Zara, I mean, as a young woman now living in Trinidad and Tobago, I'm sure that these stories would have a different kind of inspiration and impact on you.
Yes.
Can you tell me what you felt initially when you read the memoirs?
For sure. Like, for me, it was an immense sense of pride and purpose. And seeing where, I mean, the book, it has a lot of my family is very female-driven, very strong. And it was just an inspiration for me because we're just carrying on the family legacy. I mean, even now, my niece, she's 16, she goes to Bishop, she's reading the book.
Right.
So she would have seen where her aunts and great-aunts would have also gone to Bishops. She's actually starting work at Shamir for the holidays here for Christmas. So, and I would have started as well at Shamir. So it really gives a sense of purpose, and we are actually carrying it on in real time, the legacy of the family.
Yeah. I mean, Tariq, what for you would be the takeaways from the book?
One of the takeaways to the book for me was legacy. I believe strong in legacy, and this book defines that to me. Seeing where the family came from and obviously the importance of education, Mama made sure and stressed that in the book. So that to me was a standout to me, to see that how Mama saw the vision, to see that at her age, at her time, in her generation, she knew that education was the only way out. Yeah. Not only for her, but for the generations to come. So that for like us now that you're seeing here, that are educated persons, I being an architectural designer, shows that the foundation of education in the family, even in this generation, it carries on. Yeah. So that's something that I hold strong and want to carry on to the next generations. So the legacy of education, and the fact that the family is driven by strong, independent-minded females too is another thing that stood out to me as well too.
Very strong.
That was actually going to be my question, because I realized that we are standing among a family of achievers, overachievers, even if I say so myself. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, Zara, you have your sustainable energy development analyst. I mean, Tariq, you're doing your architectural design. You are a pastor. But what I'm also realizing as well is that there were different paths that you take. Everybody didn't want to be an entrepreneur. And so how were you able to go down those different paths, knowing well that you have this family? I mean, was it hard to try to follow in your family's footsteps, knowing the achievements that came before? And anybody can take this question. Yeah. Tariq, I see you smiling, but who wants to go first?
You go ahead.
I wouldn't say it was really I wouldn't say it was like pressure or even feel like that, because the family, along with the strong educational background, they're very family oriented. Yeah. So we have a very sense of community. So everyone believe that each person has their own journey to take. Yeah. So the separation in the different directions that we took, that wasn't really anything, but everyone still knew that education, no matter what direction you're going, once you're going somewhere, that's the most important thing.
Yes, and what I was going to say on that point, our family is to me, I'm saying, unique in this way. where nobody's forced into anything. We're going to see what your strengths are, and this comes down from Mama and Papa. We're going to see what your strengths are, and we're going to push you in that direction. And we're going to support. And added to that, all of us in some way have been impacted by the successes of those who have gone before. And that's where the ladder we ascend. This is the ladder we are ascending of success. And every ring on this ladder has been put in place by the generation before.
Now, Pastor, let me just remind our viewers as well. Remember, we are giving away those prizes. We have two prizes to give away during this time. So remember, our phone lines are now open, 622-4010. Remember, you can actually win a copy of the book, or you have an opportunity to also win those Shamir vouchers.
I wanna jump in here as we discussing that. Tell me where the name of the book is The Ladder We Ascend, a history of the Waldron family. How do we get copies of it?
All right, the book is located at the paper-based bookstore.
Normandy?
Yeah, Normandy.
Right.
And it's also located at Metropolitan Bookstore.
Where's Metropolitan
Number
Bookstore?
12 of Arapita Avenue.
All right.
And it's also located at the Shamir Day Spas. You have
All the spas.
all the spas.
All Shamir Day
Trin
Spas.
City location. We have
Right.
Cipriani Boulevard.
It
Tragic Road.
have on Shaggy Road too?
It used to be Tragic, but that location is Cipriani Boulevard.
Ah, okay. I know my shame, man.
There's also a location in Robertson Street, San Fernando,
Okay.
and also Mid-Center Mall, Chaguanas.
All right,
And
so-
if you want it online, you can www.shamircaribbean.com.
And the book is available through ShamirCaribbean.com?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Nice.
All
The
right,
Ladder
so
We Ascend.
The Ladder We Ascend is the name of it. You can get a copy at those locations just listed out there. But we can actually give you a copy this morning if you give us a call at 622-4010. I'm really interested to know the relationship between Shamir and the family. I mean, obviously it's owned by the family, but how does this play? I mean, none of you all here own Shamir, to my knowledge.
No, we
No.
don't.
All right, so talk to me.
So our aunt, Cheryl Bowles,
Right.
owns Shamir. Her daughter, Abba Motley, owns the spas in Canada.
Okay.
And we would have all at some point worked at Shamir. During primary school, I used to spend my holidays with Auntie Cheryl, putting labels on the bottles in the factory,
Yeah.
to working with my aunt Elsie Waldron, who's now deceased. She was running the Long Circular Mall kiosk, and to now being a part of the runnings of the business itself.
So
yeah.
that foundation in the business
Yes.
itself would have helped all of you all along the
For
way,
sure.
I assume.
Yes.
Tell me some of the
Can I
important
backtrack
things.
on that
Of
a little
course.
bit, if it's okay?
Yeah.
Mama's eldest daughter, our grandmother, Lenore Bowron, had her business school, Lenore's business school.
Okay.
We learned to type at Lenore's business school, typewriting classes. One of her other daughters, Auntie Merle, was a hairdresser. And this is where the Traggart Road branch for Shamir comes in. She is the hairdresser who had the hairdressing saloon. Auntie Cheryl Bowles is her daughter. She used to work at Nestle as a biochemist.
Yeah.
And then she started making products for Auntie Merle's hairdressing saloon. And that is where Shamir was formed.
Now, I want to pause you for a while because I think we have a caller on the
From
line.
New
We have
Grant,
New
yeah.
Grant on the line. New Grant, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing
So we
this
have
morning?
a question for you, New Grant.
Yes,
Which one
of
you want to give
course.
away?
New
Book?
Grant, tell me something. What is the name of the book?
The name of the book is...
You have to tell us to get that prize, New Grant.
Okay. The Ladder We Climb. The Ladder We Ascend.
Ah, there we go. That's it.
Yeah,
You can give it to her.
you're
Yeah.
comfortable with that? All right, they say they're comfortable with
The
that. So
ladder we
hold the
ascend.
line first, please, New Grant, and we'll take your information off air. Congratulations, you just won yourself. This one was to copy of the book?
No, this is for the Shamir
That's
voucher.
for the Shamir voucher. Pops
Wow,
and
New
jams.
Grant,
Play with New Grant.
congratulations. So stay on the line and somebody's going to take your information, New
All right.
Grant. Thank you so much for calling.
No, so we
Yeah.
have a second question to give away. This time it will be for the book, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so this time we'll be giving away a copy of the book, The Ladder We Ascend, and you just have to call us and let us know the different places that you can purchase the book.
Yeah, yeah.
So give us a call at 622-4010.
I actually have a question for you because I read that the book, it was written during the pandemic and that sort of thing. Did you help your aunt with the book, or did she sit down and really go through all that memoir to type it out? She did by herself.
Well, she also got a little assistance from other relatives.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
us personally on this panel
Yes.
today,
Yes,
but
yes,
like
yes.
my
Other
dad.
relatives, yes.
you know,
The second generation.
The second
Yeah.
generation.
So of the 8 children of Mama Waldron, their children, so Mama Waldron's grandchildren are really the ones who put this together. Auntie Cheryl led the charge, but you have her brother, you have her cousins, everybody adding to the story.
And the reason I ask that is because if you're tracking a history throughout that length of time, not only you have to make sure that you get all the details, but that the information is correct. So actually having your relatives around, I can imagine what that experience might have been like. Zara, can you speak some more to that?
And the unit is also very close, so the stories are known, and right, so, and there was again documentation by Mama herself, which Auntie Cheryl would have typed. So, yes.
Nice.
You know, it's very fortunate that you
Sugarness.
guys have this experience and the ability to capture this legacy and put it in a book for your, even if it's just for your own personal benefit, but then to benefit other generations as well. We have Shagonas on the line. Let's see if we can give away this book. Good morning, Shagonas.
Good morning.
Shagonas, you have an answer for us. So the question is...
Name 3 different places where you can purchase the ladder we ascend.
Pennywise and Main Road, Shagonas.
Where?
Pennywise upstairs, Pennywise, Main Road, Shagonas.
No, that's not. I think you're reading a different book.
No.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
you.
thanks,
I think we should mention it one more time before we
No.
Yes, I don't think people heard it. Mention it one more time.
But we'll
question.
It is thank you, Pastor Akel. Mention it one more time.
Pastor,
So you can, I will help you, TNT, because I want you to get a copy of this very important piece of the Waldron
I want you
history.
to go and buy it.
You can get the book available at Paper-Based Bookshop in Normandy Hotel. You can also get it available at Metropolitan Bookstore. It is also available at all Shamir Day Spas, in-store or online at shamircaribbean.com. I just gave you 3, and all you need is 3. All right? So if you were listening to me, you can also call in to 622-4010. We want to give you a copy, a piece of the Waldron history. Call in to 622-4010 and tell us where you can get 3 places you can get a copy of this book, this piece of history.
Zara, any of the stories in this book you didn't know before?
Yes, so many.
You say that like you get shocked, didn't you?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, we knew, well, I knew that Auntie Cheryl was the chief chemist at Nestle.
Yeah.
What I didn't know was that she was one of the developers of Orchard, which we all drink today.
Wow.
Right? So that was very...
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
We do
Well,
have
I'm
a
going
call
to
coming
put you on pause there.
We
Pretty
do have a
Valley's
call
on the
coming
line.
in from
Good
Pretty
morning.
Valley.
Good morning, Pretty Valley.
Yes, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Pretty
Merry
Valley.
Christmas, everybody.
Same
morning.
to you. Tell us 3 places where we can purchase the ladder we ascend.
Ladder Son can be purchased at Paper Base in Normandy, Metropolitan Bookstores, and the Day Spas of Shamir.
Wow.
Good job. Hold the line for us, Pretty Valley. Good people has come from here. I want you to hold the line for us, Pretty Valley, and we'll take your information off here, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, let me say thank you all so very much for coming on this morning, and thank you for this book. Thank you to Auntie Cheryl and to everybody who would have put it together. Of course, to Mama, who would have been the one that started it. Yes. But I think it's very important for us to be able to document history, document legacy, and it's important for that same ladder you're talking about, that we understand who came before us and how we can get to the next point.
And we hope that this book, inspires and influences other families to do the same.
We didn't
Thank
say
you,
price,
guys.
eh?
Huh?
We didn't say price.
Yes.
The price.
It don't matter the price.
Yeah,
This is invaluable.
This is invaluable, right?
You go in the store and you pick it up. It doesn't matter what it costs. You go and buy this book. It's very, very important.
Just for the note,
Yeah.
400
Huh?
TT.
400
Just
say no.
just say no.
Walk with about 400.
And proceeds go to charity.
Yes,
so
I wanted to
that
get
is
that
also,
over.
yes.
All right, fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We're going to take a quick break and we come back with more Inside the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.